So you can argue this is the most important video of the year. I mean, it's totally not. But the Royal Rumble prediction show always gets people interested because we have a men's Royal Rumble, we have a women's Royal Rumble, and we may even have a very emotional retirement that I am not ready for. I didn't do very well last year. I can't remember who I did call now. But this could be one of the most star-studded Royal Rumbles in history. I mean, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes alone being in there kind of makes it interesting like it did last year. So let's sit down, make sure you join in as well, and we are going to predict the 2026 Royal List of Rumbles. So we are going to start with Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre just because I feel like I get that one right. I think Drew McIntyre will win. I think Sami Zayn is going to become awfully close. And I think there are going to be some 1-2 pinfalls on this that send people crazy. And I also think we're going to plant a seed because another prediction I will make, as we did do a few months ago now, no, about a month ago now, in my 2026 prediction list, I do think Sami Zayn is going to be the WWE champion this year at some point. It could be at SummerSlam. Could do it at WrestleMania, I suppose. I mean, he could lose here and enter the Royal Rumble and win that. I actually have that picture of somebody else as well, so I'll hold it there. But originally, when Drew McIntyre won the thing in the 3 stages of hell, I thought he could lose it back to Cody Rhodes at this event, and that would have been totally fine, because Drew McIntyre just had to win that match, and then anything we got after the fact was just going to be a massive bonus. But it's changed now, right? The way we booked Drew, the way we booked Cody, all the stuff with Jacob for 2, I don't think that's the right thing to do, and that rhymes, so it must be true. It was a triple rhyme as well, so now I'm very, very happy. Makes me a 12-year-old boy. I do apologise. I just don't think you want to take off Drew McIntyre right now, as awesome as it would be for Sami Zayn to win. But I think a loss here can actually tie into that story and make it more interesting when Sami Zayn does eventually win. And again, you could do Sami loses and win the Royal Rumble, but I'm not putting that on my prediction list because I can't see it happening. I think Drew should hold it all the way through to WrestleMania, and maybe it's going to tie into the men's Royal Rumble when it gets to Cody Rhodes and Jacob for 2. There's not even that much to say about this one. It's going to be Drew McIntyre. I am 99.9% sure, and I'm so damn sure. If I'm wrong, I promise I will shave my head. All right, let's do a Women's Royal Rumble. Excuse my eyes, I have a bunch of notes over there. I don't want to miss any of them. Surprises, I've got Bianca Belair, right? I think that one should be a lot because she's gone quite quiet on social media, or at least we've not heard a lot recently, and there was sort of a lot of noise towards the end of 2025. I got Tiffany Stratton returning. She did a social media post the other day. Certainly looked like a Royal Rumble outfit, so we're going to throw her in there as well. AJ Lee, does that count as a surprise? I mean, I go all the way with AJ Lee. One of my predictions is going to be AJ Lee return, throws out Becky Lynch, and it's going to be Becky versus AJ Lee for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. I'm not as excited about it as I would have been. I don't mind AJ Lee having a part-time schedule. Good for her, man. She totally deserves it. But the lack of momentum does make you less interested. That's just how it works. That's just how my human brain takes these things, right or wrong. I also have Trish Stratus because I don't see why not. I think she should have a WrestleMania match this year, especially because when she did perform in 2025, she was really good. But Trish keeps saying she wants to do more. Let her do more. Everybody has a finite amount of time to do this. Let's not miss it. And I also have Paige, Saraya, whatever you want to call her. This one is my, Hail Mary, whatever they call it, only because she did that indie show, and then there was clips on the internet of her the other day training too. It just feels a little bit suspicious, and if she is going to come back to the WWE, you may as well do it in the Royal Rumble. I think that would be cool. It would get a big pop as well, so I'm mostly throwing the name out there so I can pretend I do know what I'm talking about. When it comes to the winner, I think this is super duper hard. Now, I've changed my mind, so you're going to have to forgive me. I thought Bianca Belair coming back and winning would be awesome, but I also think there's a bunch of other people on that roster that Bianca Belair can face or get to face without having to win the Rumble. For example, gun to my head, I think it probably will be Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill at WrestleMania, but actually Bianca Belair being a monster in the Elimination Chamber, Jade Cargill versus Bianca at WrestleMania, I may be repeating myself now, my brain had one of those moments, but yes, I think Bianca Belair beasting the chamber actually works for her character better, and also kind of is a nice wink, wink, nudge, nudge to when Jade Cargill returned and beat up Naomi when we kicked off that story. Was that 2025? It must have been. Good grief. Does time go fast? So I am, indeed, going to rubber stamp it right now. I know it's nothing big. It's not new. It's not clever. I think she's the favourite in the rankings right now. And it goes back to what happened at Saturday Night's Main Event yesterday or 2 days ago when I'm recording this. Liv Morgan is the one that took the pin. And there is no way that I believe WWE would have had Liv Morgan take the pin over Roxanne Perez unless Liv Morgan's going to win the Royal Rumble, because it's WWE's favourite thing to do. I think they're correct to do it. I mean, they go too far sometimes. But if you have a big victory coming up, a Money in the Bank or a Royal Rumble, you can lose beforehand and everyone's going to forget about it. I don't know what that means the WrestleMania match could be. It could be Raquel versus Liv Morgan, for reasons we'll get into in just 1 second, but I don't think it will be. I don't know who Liv Morgan faces. We don't have to worry about that right now. But yes, I'm going with Liv Morgan to win the Royal Rumble. That was a real eye-opener for me, and let's face it, it is time to throw her up to the next level. She's there anyway, and she was most definitely there before she got injured. But given she did go away, goes back to the momentum thing. Let's do another one of these, boom, boom, hit the room, whatever that song was, and just tell people that in 2026, one of our pet projects, one of the big people we are going to push is Liv Morgan, and she will handle it. She's going to turn babyface soon anyway, just by proxy. Who are the champions right now? Why am I being dumb? So it's Stephanie Vercaer, and she could lose that title. And of course on SmackDown, it's Jade Cargill. Obviously we just talked about it, so I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to stick on Raw. I think there's so many months before it that you may be able to do a Rhea Ripley, somebody big versus Stephanie Vercaer. I would like Rhea versus Stephanie. And then you can maybe work Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez into it too. Some people go, well, that doesn't feel like a big match. You have to wait for the build. It's like this Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre rumor. That doesn't feel like a WrestleMania match. Well, it will if the night before you're having a pleasure in your pants, thinking about it, right? You have to give these things time. You can't judge it right away. I'm sure there's plenty of other WrestleMania matches in the past where, it's going to suck. And you watch it like, oh, wow, I had the best old time. Do I have anything else up there? And I've got Bianca, Liv, Tiffany Page, AJ Lee, Charlotte. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about Charlotte Flair and Trish Stratus. So my other prediction is I think Charlotte's going to throw out Alexa, or Alexa's going to throw out Charlotte. And I think that's going to be the WrestleMania match. And I'm good with that too. I think they've got one last tag team title match in them. They should lose. There should be some errors there. And then now you can break them up. Like, we gave them a proper amount of time together, way longer than WWE usually does. But more importantly, that tag team scene right now is actually in a good place. So maybe we could use a Charlotte and Alexa Black in the single scene. I don't know who goes heel. A big part of me thinks maybe Alexa Bliss going heel is more interesting. And don't forget, back in 2018, wherever it was Nia Jax versus Alexa. And Alexa was the heel. And she did a great job in turning Nia Jax into a super duper whooper babyface. So that's what I'm going with. There's probably some other things I'm not thinking of. Some people mentioned Beth Phoenix. No way. Don't forget the last time she turned up anywhere, it's AEW. Adam Copeland is there too, so I'm not putting that one on my bucket list. I think a lot of NXT people will be in this. I think you'll probably see a Kendall Gray, you'll probably see a JC Jane, you'll probably see a Blake Monroe. Whether it's proper call-ups, I don't know, but I think they'll do it. Not to pad out, that sounds way worse than I mean it to, but just to make sure there's some surprises, and you do need some surprises, and they'll all benefit massively. And of course there will be a lot of how we're going to build to the Royal Rumble, like the Becky and AJ stuff, the Charlotte Alexa stuff. Outside of that, I'm not 100% sure. I would imagine a lot of these are still in a state of flux, but the three matches that I think are going to become clear, I guess around this time, I'll say Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez, because it breaks up the Judgment Day too, so why the flub not? I'll say Bianca versus Jade. I'll say Charlotte versus Alexa. And I will say AJ Lee taking on Charlotte. What does Paige do? Who's Paige fight? That's interesting as well. She might not even be there. I may have made that up in my head. That's what I'm going with. Not confident at all. But Liv Morgan, I am backing you. Don't let me down. Although it makes a difference. I mean, I'll still be me. Who cares? So let's talk about it. Listen, it may not even be Stephanie Vercaer versus Raquel Rodriguez on the Rumble, but I think they may announce it tonight on Raw. I always like to do these predictions before Raw. I think it's more naked, right? I'm not getting extra information. I'm going in somewhat blind. I think Raquel Rodriguez should win. I don't think WWE's particularly booked Stephanie Vercaer very good with this championship. That's nothing on her. Clearly, she's one of the best wrestlers in the company, if not the world. That's obvious. I think it would do better for Raquel. Right now, Stephanie's still going to be a star with or without that title. Plus, she has the ankle injury. Even though she seemed to be moving around freely at Saturday Night's main event, you can still tell that story. Raquel can take advantage. Roxanne Perez can jump in there. You could also do it where Liv Morgan accidentally costs her on purpose, whatever you want to do, to continue on the Judgment Day story. I just like the idea of Liv Morgan winning at WrestleMania. And of course, if she beats Stephanie Vercaer, she's going to be... well, she may get cheered, but she'll be in more of a heel role. Whereas I would prefer Liv Morgan to have a big babyface coming out party. I think the Judgment Day should break up over the next 3 months is what I'm saying. So why not do it around the World Championship? As long as you put Stephanie Vercaer in a good feud, I think it will be totally fine. But if this match does go down, I probably think Stephanie Vercaer will going to win, but I'm going to say my prediction is Raquel Rodriguez because I think it will help Raquel. I think her being a monster champion that can only be taken out by someone like a Liv Morgan. So I go way too down the fantasy booking pathway, so please do forgive me. I think that helps everybody, and Stephanie Vercaer is going to be fine anyway, like I say, because she's just too damn talented. I just never thought Raquel would be in this position, but now that she is, I think we should capitalise on it. I don't think her losing to Stephanie is going to help anyone, so let's not do that, and let's do the opposite. If it does go down the Rumble, I'm going with that. And then there's the saddest part of the evening, AJ Styles versus Gunther. Now, I know that Shinsuke Nakamura posted the rounds the other day. This is the positive of WWE Unreal. There's every chance Triple H said, hey, Shin. I hate that when we call him Shin. It's a bone in your knee. You go post this and then delete it just to create some, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And WWE does deserve a pat on the back for what they've done there because I don't know what the plan is with AJ Styles. There's rumored that his contract is up soon, so he wants to retire at the Rumble. Then there's a Shinsuke Nakamura post. There's the fact that he did the Shinsuke Nakamura match to begin with. Like, oh my gosh, he wants one last match. And he wants to face one of his greatest opponents ever. So fair play to WWE for coming up with this. It would also explain why they did that finish with the Raw match, because they don't want to beat Gunther right now, but they want AJ Styles being strong to give him a reason to put his career on the line. I hope, from a fan's point of view, that AJ Styles is around for most of 2026. But he has been talking of retiring for a while. He likely wanted to retire in 2025 but didn't because of injuries, and then John Cena doing it. He's like, well, that's not going to be a good idea. I think, obviously, it's awesome for, what's his real name? I can't remember. It's awesome for him. He said one of the best careers of all time. If he can just go home and relax with his family after an incredible run, that's a couple of thumbs. But of course, from a fan's point of view, it's going to be super duper sad because you want to talk about people changing the game. AJ Styles is right up there. Could even be the number one in terms of mainstream Western wrestling. Is that right? And where we've ended up today. I remember the first time I saw AJ Styles in TNA. I was like, what the flub is that? It was just, it's so hard to do now because you need to be around at the time to get the context. But he was doing stuff that made no sense. I was like, I don't know how you're doing this, dude. He really, really did help bring in whatever professional wrestling is today, hence why everybody cites him as an influence, because that's what he is. I mean, really, from a booking point of view too, it should be Gunther. You don't want Gunther to lose. There's loads of fantasy booking ideas, which are really good. That Gunther could go do that fake tap out thing again, but this time the referee catches him. So really, it's his own arrogance, his own ego that means he'd lose. He's also a guy that can then go and win the Royal Rumble, right? And it doesn't matter that he lost to AJ Styles. Nobody will remember. It's like he made amends instantly. I'm starting to think that AJ Styles is going to lose, though. I'm going to go with Gunther in terms of my official prediction. I don't want that to be true. I hope I'm being worked. Some people hate being worked. Oh, I can't say that because I may be worked. That's the point of wrestling. If WWE has done that good a job and they have emotionally manipulated me to the point I'm now convinced he is retiring and he's not, that's awesome. It'd be interesting when he does retire. They'll be like, nah, you took all my emotions back in January. But I think Gunther is going to win. Maybe he's not even in the Royal Rumble. I do not know, although I think he probably will be. But man, what a crazy end. And there is a certain poetic nature to it. AJ debuts in the 2016 Royal Rumble. He retires in the 2026 Royal Rumble. An amazing 10 years. I don't think he could have done any better. He has just had another, let's just use the stupid phrase, he's had a phenomenal time in WWE. I'm going with Gunther. I think it will be sleeper. He'll probably tap out. Maybe he'll pass out. It depends what you want to do. But given what John Cena did. And Gunther is going to be the guy that retires people. That's 3 in a row. Goldberg, Cena, and AJ Styles. 3 people that were so impactful on the wrestling business for one reason or another. And then maybe he does retire Brock Lesnar too. If this is the case, WWE needs to have mad plans for Gunther. He should win a Rumble. He should win a Money in the Bank. He should win a World Championship really soon. And he should dominate people. And then somebody else should come in to beat him. But they've got me. So bravo WWE and AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, all of them. Unless it was a mistake by Shinsuke, but that proves he is retiring anyway. But good work. I think you've done a tremendous job. And I said this on social media and some people got confused. I love that AJ Styles Shinsuke Nakamura match, even more so because it came together in 24 hours. Now, some people go, you don't know they booked that 24 hours ago. That's not what I said. I'm talking about from a fan's point of view. If you'd booked that for 2 weeks or 2 months and you really got my emotional engines going, of course I would have enjoyed it more. That's why you have a build. That's why you have a preview. But the fact they got me to such a level anyway, within 24 hours, goes to show why they are the wrestlers they are. Some of the things people say to you on social media, some people are dumb. I'm a nice guy, but some people are dumb. We're off track, all right? I think AJ Styles is going to lose. He's going to retire. That damn Gunther gets another one. Right. Men's Royal Rumble, the hardest one of all, because it's just star-studded. Let me go through my list. Roman Reigns, I think, will be in this. We know he's going to be in this. WWE wasted that one. Let me go through it one by one. So, I wouldn't be surprised if Roman and Cody have something to do with throwing each other out. I'm not saying they're going to have another match, but I'm going to say it plants a seed. At the same time, Jacob Fatu will be in this, and I actually think him and Cody Rhodes will do a Lex Luger Bret Hart or a Dave Bautista John Cena. The Lex Luger Bret Hart one was meant to happen, so we'll go there. I think they'll eliminate each other, and they'll just brawl around the place to tie into Saturday Night's main event. And then I think it probably will be a 3-way now. And I'm quite up for it too, as long as the build is good, like I say. But I think you'll have a moment between Cody and Roman. And I think if you want to part that seat for something, maybe at SummerSlam or another big event you got planned, you could do it here. And I don't think that's a problem. Bron Breakker, of course, is a massive favourite here as well. I think he absolutely could win. There is no CM Punk on this show, unless he is going to fight LA Knight. And now I'm putting LA Knight as a surprise in the Royal Rumble. And I think it's a surprise. He's been off TV for about 6 weeks or so. I thought we would do that title match there. I don't think you can set it up tonight. I think that'd be crazy. or on Raw this week if you're watching this after the fact. They could do, and I'll look stupid, but I'll say no. I think Chris Jericho is going to be in the Rumble. I think we have gone for the obvious choice here. Maybe because Chris Jericho sees it not as the obvious choice. Either way, it'd be brilliant. They'll do something fun. Gunther, I've got being in the Rumble. And I think one of two things is going to happen. I think Obafemi is going to be in this too. Of course, Brock Lesnar will be there, even though he hasn't been announced. I think either Gunther is going to throw out Brock Lesnar or vice versa to set up a match at WrestleMania, or Obafemi is going to throw out Brock Lesnar and we're going to do that match. I don't think it'll be a three-way, but I think Gunther somehow could end up in a title match here, maybe even with CM Punk. I don't know. I'm probably exaggerating a little bit, but I think at some point he should win a title, but I think it's either going to be Brock versus Gunther or Brock versus Obafemi at WrestleMania. So there's a prediction. I'm throwing it in. Got Obafemi there. Some people have said Seth Rollins. I'm going to poo-poo that one. I don't think it's going to happen. I'd love it if it could do. And Seth Rollins' return would be early and awesome, much like Cena in 2008, but I'm going to say no. So that's egg on my face. Randy Orton I've got being thrown at by Trick Williams, only because I don't know what else we do with Randy Orton. I think there's probably a big match down the line. I also think Trick Williams and Randy Orton will be in the Elimination Chamber somehow, so that could tie in. I don't know about that one. I don't know how I feel about it. I think we should do the Randy Orton Cody Rhodes feud, but it's not going to happen. But Randy versus Trick is the big match. I think Trick Williams could probably lose to Randy Orton. He should win, but I don't think it affects him if he loses because he's Randy Orton. And somebody else said Kevin Owens as well. I don't think it's going to be Kevin Owens. I'm going to say no to that one. This one is so damn hard. Originally, I thought Roman Reigns, but now I don't see how Roman Reigns is in the title match. You don't want to take him out of that. Like I said, I think Cody, Drew, and Jake are going to be tied up with each other. I guess you could do Roman Reigns versus CM Punk, but then what does Bron Breakker do? Is WWE going to get obsessed with multi-mans and do Bron Breakker versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk? But that doesn't work either, because if Roman wins here, Bron Breakker would have to win at the Chamber. Then how do you get to Cody, Drew, and Jacob for two? Very interesting, though. This is why I'm happy where WWE is with their star power, because again, Bron Breakker is not a guy I thought could have won last year. He was too busy killing Ice Show Speed, but he could do. I don't think Chris Jericho would. Chris Jericho will get thrown out by somebody massive as well. If Dominic Mysterio's in this Rumble, I think him and Chris Jericho should get into it, because I want promos and a match between them at WrestleMania. I said this to someone the other day, and they said, that's not big enough. How dare you besmirch the name of Dominic Mysterio, the greatest wrestler of all time? Don't say that. Retract it. It's not fair. Him versus Jericho would be awesome. I mean, Jericho could even throw out Roman Reigns, and you do Roman Reigns versus Chris Jericho at WrestleMania, which does feel like somewhat of a dream match. I know they've got involved in it before, but Roman Reigns is a completely different kettle of fish, and that's Chris Jericho. And Chris Jericho could lose at WrestleMania to Roman Reigns, it doesn't matter. I'm going to say that Bron Breakker wins, because I think it's the same as we did last year, but maybe the payoff will be better for some people. I love the Jey Uso experiment. I think it's one of the best things that WWE has done. But this year, I think you need to take someone in a somewhat similar position. Let's use my term again. You want to rubber stamp them. Roman Reigns is Roman Reigns, whether he wins the Royal Rumble or not. I think Roman Reigns is going to win. I just do, given all the shifts recently. But let's go with a more broad choice, or a more exciting choice, I should say. And I think Bron Breakker in the Rumble sets him up for CM Punk, which is fun. We know that works. We've seen them interact before. It's good for the vision as well. It's also good for Seth Rollins when he returns, because Bron Breakker will feel like a bigger star. And it's telling you, that's why Jacob Fatu could win this as well. I don't think he will. 2026, we're doing the Liv Morgan thing. Bron Breakker is our guy. We know Roman Reigns is their guy. We know Cody Rhodes is their guy. We know Randy Orton is the guy. We know Brock Lesnar is their guy. We even know Gunther is the guy. Gunther is still an outside bet if he's in this. The Bron Breakker we know is the guy, but then he lost that match, first Netflix show thingamajig, to CM Punk when he went for the world title. Well, let's just, rectify it now. And let's put him back on a course for CM Punk. And let's have him win too. So he leaves WrestleMania as the world champion. I know it's different because he's a heel. I'm not saying he's going to be the next Steve Austin, but that's what we did with Steve Austin. He wins the Rumble in 1998. He goes on to WrestleMania and he wins that too. Just to tell everyone, this is our guy. And it doesn't matter that he's a heel. I think people still like Bron Breakker. So I'll go with Bron Breakker. I'm not confident at all, but I think that's wonderful. So again, tip of the hat for WWE, because sometimes, especially back in the day, you could just tell who's going to win the Royal Rumble. But even the list I've got here, Roman could do it, Cody could do it, Bron Breakker could do it, Chris Jericho could do it. I think it's a tiny chance, but I think it's there. Gunther could do it, Obafemi. That's my other prediction. Obafemi got to throw out at least 10 people. We talked about this, double digits. Anything less, I'm going to be mad, right? He's not winning it. He's got to break records. It'll actually be 14, but I'll take 10. But yes, if Obafemi wins, that'll be over the moon. If Seth Rollins was back, he could win it. Brock Lesnar could win it, but don't do that. My gosh, you'll send people off the moon. I mean, Randy Orton could win it, but we won't. And Trick Williams could win it. It's not like they don't see Trick Williams as a massive star. And if Kevin Owens came back and won it, people love that too. Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, I'm saying no. Let's focus on health and happiness here. Bron Breakker, lock it in, and I'll talk to you on Monday, and I'll be completely wrong. you go. There's no going back for me now, and I want to hear what you think. And again, make sure you make some WrestleMania matches in here as well. I tried to do that too, but I do think there'll be some surprises. And I think it will be very, very fun. I mean, I'm sure there'll be something between Matt Cardona and Kit Wilson, right? But that's good. That's what you want. Otherwise, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Talk about that comment below. Hit that notification bell. Click the video on the screen to get all of my thoughts about professional wrestling. I would appreciate that. Otherwise, it is patreon.com/Simon316. If you're into fitness supplements, go to grillandmind.com/Simon. I promise you they'll help. They're very, very good, especially their brand new creatine gummies. Simon316 on social media. And then please do come get a cameo. Come follow me on TikTok and get a t-shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees. But otherwise, enjoy Raw, enjoy SmackDown, enjoy the start of the road to WrestleMania. No need to do that. And I'll see you tomorrow.